Hello everyone, and welcome to another Elden Ring lore video. I hope you all are having a great day. Today we're going to be doing a video on the eternal conflict of the Knights of Zamor. An eternal group in an eternal conflict. I know I've talked about it a lot, but I just wanted to say, again, give a bit more clarity. I am still in hospital, sort of. I get home leave once a week. And that's when I make the videos, like how I did the Frenzied Flame video, which I really loved making, and then the Mohg and Morgot one last week, and now this one. I will be out soon hopefully, so more videos then. Anyway, I'll let you get on with the video now. Hope you all enjoy. Like most things we talk about on this channel, the Zamor Knights are quite neglected by the community in favour of their counterparts, the Fire Giants, who just so happened to be the Zamor Knights, arch rivals and eternal enemies. There isn't much information on these mysterious warriors, but what we do know is truly interesting. In Elden Ring, wording is very important. There's no greater example than the Zamor curved sword, weapon wielded by the Knights of Zamor, who earned great renown during the war against the Giants. In apparent devotion to winter, the curved blade is styled after an icy wind and imbued with a powerful frost effect. We learn two things from this item description. The first one I want to talk about is the Zamor's apparent devotion to the cold and the winter. Now, this is on a bit of a speculative side, but I honestly think this is a major chance this is actually the case. Now, their arch enemies, which we also learn from this item description as the war, is the Fire Giants. Now the Fire Giants have with them the Fell God. The Fell God manifests itself inside the middle of their chest. Is it too far-fetched to think that there's one related to winter? Perhaps. I mean, the outer gods were created from the One Great after all. The One Great is everything divided. There's no real cold god, the cold outer god, sorry. So is it really far-fetched to think that this is who they worship? This is the outer god who is fueling the Zamor, but perhaps this outer god abandoned them because when we arrive, the Tarnished, in the modern era, the Zamors are naught but ruins, once prosperous warriors just sluggishly walking around with no goal in mind. There is another possibility of what happened to the Zamor people, and it is in the Fire Blossom item description. It states, a half-ashen and smouldering flower that blooms on the mountaintops of the giants, material used for crafting items, fertilised by the sparks from the forge at the peak where burns the flame of ruin. What we can infer from this item description is the flame of ruin, the Fire Giants, and by proxy the Fell God, eventually infiltrated the Zamor village, and the Flame of Ruin did take hold of the scenery. Perhaps this is why it's all in ruins, because it was crumbled down by the Flame of Ruin, and subsequently the flowers and the seeds that were growing were fertilised by the Flame of Ruin used against and by the Fire Giants. It all comes together, you see. This is why I love From Software games. The little bits of details can lead to such interesting lore. Before we continue the video, I just wanted to say thank you again so much for the continued support. It truly means so much to me. And now I'm going to say this, but like I said before, you don't have to. If you do enjoy the video, consider leaving a like and subscribe. Only if you enjoy though, I am serious about that. Subscribing and liking does help the channel, but it is not a necessity and is completely up to you. Something to add on to our snowy outer god theory, Zamor thingy, is Ranni and her mentor, well, more specifically, the snowy crone that she called her mentor. You see, it specifically talks about snowy, it highlights it, and snowy's cold, and it's also like winter. And the sorcery that the snowy crone taught Ranni is awfully similar to the one the Zamor people used. So perhaps these ice sorceries are a bit like the Frenzied Flame the black flame, and the fell god incantations. Perhaps they are an aspect of this outer god. This is just speculation, of course, but if it is the case, then I am very excited, and hopefully we might see something in the DLC about it. Fingers crossed, eh? The second thing we can infer from the Zamor curved sword item description is that the Zamor people and the Zamor Knights fought alongside the Golden Order and Marika against the Giants. As I said before, wording is very important in Elden Ring, and when it says the war against the Giants, it always infers, well, it always means in all item descriptions, the one with the Golden Order. And that might sound strange, but I implore you, go have a look for yourself. But while they were against and with the Golden Order, this conflict between the Giants and the Zamor people go so far back to time immemorial, as we can see in this item description I'm going to show you now. The Zamor set has all the same item descriptions, so I'm just going to read the Zamor mask for convenience sake. Mask worn by Knights of Zamor, hailed as heroes in the war against the Giants. These long-lived warriors, clad in biting, freezing winds, are said to have been the mortal enemies of the fire giants since time immemorial. Oh, you know what, I can't pronounce that, I'm really bloody sorry. So this really lays on about the war. Even more is revealed in the Zamor ice description. Cloaked in an icy tempest, the Knights of Zamor have challenged the fire giants since ancient times. Again, even more proof that they have been enemies for millennia, for not even more than millennia, eons. Another possibility of how the Zamor people might have started to go extinct, in my eyes, it could have been the Golden Order, 100%. I mean, is it really far-fetched? After they became heroes, that they suddenly started disappearing? Because I mean, when you go to the Zamor ruins, there's only a few left, and they're all sluggishly walking around with no purpose, their home destroyed. I mean, it seems like a very Golden Order thing to do, if you ask me. I mean, what if the Zamor people were to try an uprise? Well, the Golden Order wouldn't have that. If the Zamor people wanted full control, the Golden Order wouldn't have that. So to prevent that, the possibility of that ever happening, I could 100% see Marika ordering the destruction of the Zamor people. Just speculation, but like some of the things talked about in the video, I truly do believe it could be true. Sadly everyone, that is all we have time for today. Thank you so much for watching, it truly means a lot, and the continued support, it's honestly mind-blowing. I know I said that earlier in the video, but I keep saying it because I mean it so much. Thank you. There should be some videos popping up on the screen now, our previous lore videos. We have quite a few now, I think we have 17, including this one. So yeah, dig in and enjoy, and until the next video, that I'll try to get out within the next week, but that might be a bit longer because of hospital, but hopefully it'll be soon. But in the meantime, go gather some blood dregs for me, alright? May you all find your worth in the waking world.